here's how you do a kickflip. You pop, and a lot of people say like angle your foot like this. For me, it's easier if you just kind of keep it more straight, you know? I don't know why. And then you just pop, flick off, and return back to the board. Just like that. It's, once you get it down, it's actually a pretty easy trick. Here's a few more tips I can give, about kickflips. Is when you do your kickflip, a lot of times it's easy to forget to pop really hard because you're usually focusing mostly on like the flick and getting the board like to flip. So make sure you're not like forgetting about the pop. And depending on how fast you're trying to make the boards like rotate, that is very dependent on how far your foot is on or is not on the board. So if you're like struggling to rotate the board, put it farther out like this kind of. And it doesn't like, as far as how far your foot is towards like the front bolts, I found it like pretty much always easier. Like they say it's easier if your front foot is like right here for beginners. I found it actually easier to be like more like towards the middle front rather than like right towards the front. Unless you're like struggling to land back over the bolts. If you're like landing like this, then maybe try and start off farther towards the front. But yeah, one last tip I can give is I was always doing my kickflips with an angled foot like this, like at a 45-degree angle or something. That's not very helpful. The only like good time for me to use that is like for like tray flips. But for a kickflip, you can keep your foot like pretty straight actually. I hope these tips helped you learn your kickflip.